the government of President Paul Biya is one of the most intelligent governments when it concerns corruption and distraction. All what is happening in Cameroon, starting from the issue of Samuel Eto'o with the Ministry of Sport and Physical Education, coming to the issue of Cameroon and Robert Kona, and then coming to the issue of Brenda Mbia presently now. There are all distractions from the government strategy set by the government of Cameroon to distract the people of Cameroon from what is going on in Cameroon. Let me explain it to you, because I keep on saying that the main problem in Cameroon is lack of wisdom on the part of Cameroonians, on the part of opposition leaders, on the part of civil society leaders, and many other influential people in Cameroon. The government of Cameroon is playing the people of Cameroon in a way that nobody can explain. And when you discover yourself as a Cameroonian, you will discover how foolish you have been all this while. Welcome to TFA Talking Point. If this is your first time joining TFA Talking Point, do us a favor, subscribe to our channel, follow us on all our social media platforms. Also drop your own comments or your own proposal to problem plaguing our home country, Cameroon. TFA Talking Point is all about proposing lasting solutions to societal problems. Coming back to what I was talking about, that all what is happening in Cameroon is a strategy by the government. There is no fight going on. There have never been any fight going on between Fecafoot and the Ministry of Sport and Physical Education. What came up within Cameroon and Robert Kona in their political party was set by the government. And then what is going on now concerning Brenda Mbia coming up popularly to say he is this person, he is this, is a distraction from the government of Cameroon. Let me explain to you. Toward the end of 2023, President Paul Biya gave to Cameroonians his end-of-year speech. And in that end-of-year speech, it made mention of many things. And immediately that very day, I make a video telling Cameroonians things will be terrible in Cameroon. Hardship will increase in Cameroon because prices of things will increase. Many people did not understand, but at the beginning of 2024, they started seeing it. Fuel prices went up and everything turned into something that nobody can explain in Cameroon. And Cameroon, the President Paul Biya knew that something will come up and problem will start. Maybe Cameroonians will. So they dropped a strategy. Now, knowing that Cameroonians love football, so they went in that domain and carried away all Cameroonians. And everybody in Cameroon from January, that was February, when the Africa Cup of Nations ended. From that period up to June, they were talking about football. And then they forgot about all, and the government behind was increasing and increasing prices of things, taxes, and many other things, taking laws in their favor and at the detriment of the people of Cameroon. Nobody noticed it because we were all busy fighting and supporting either Samuel Eto'o or the Ministry of Sport and Physical Education. And throughout that first quarter of 2024, this is what we were doing. When they discovered that we were about cooling down, people were not so much interested. Some people were not so much interested in it. They came up with the issue of Robert Kona and Cameroon. And then because some opposition party were not so much interested in football, so they came with that one now to distract other opposition parties. And all the remaining opposition parties now were talking about civil society. They were talking about the incident in that party. And the argument continued until when they came down in June and July. They discovered that in July, this early July, there had to be voting bills at the National Assembly and the Senate. And ministers will be called upon to answer questions and do other things. And then they will take all the finance bill for 2024, 2025. They will vote in this early July. So they discovered that the issue of football concerning Samuel Eto'o is reducing. So they create another one. That one was a good strategy. It took Samuel Eto'o to court. All over, we are hearing that Samuel Eto'o have been taken to this court, from this court to this court, from this court to this court. That distraction is not given. They have never shown from Brenda Mbia to us They started showing her to us when she came to Cameroon. The convoy, only the vehicles that were behind. And Cameroonians were all talking about that convoy. And immediately after talking about it, they discovered that social media was not so vibrant concerning that convoy of Brenda Mbia in Yaoundé. Then they just asked her and say, go on social media and say, you are a member of LGBTQ, meaning lesbian, which is against the law of Cameroon. And now all Cameroonians are talking about it. But politicians were not talking about it. Civil society leaders, they were not talking about it. So Minister Atanganji came up now during a meeting with the governors and accused Kanto and Kabara Libi and Jean-Michel Ninke. These are top people in Cameroon. And then now social media break into two. People all over forgetting. And then they are in the National Assembly and the Senate voting the finance bill. That is terrible, worse than that of Kenya. And it's going on. And they are voting it, and everything will be concluded very soon. And Cameroonians will just see and surprise. When did this happen? It happened when you were fighting, stupid fight on social media. When opposition leaders were just there vibrating them for nothing. This is terrible, and this is the wisdom, lack of wisdom I am talking about in Cameroon. If we do not change our mentality positively to understand the government we are under, then we will keep on in this terrible condition for the rest of our lives. Because after President Paul Biya, another terrible CPDM militant will take over. And the hardship will continue. Their strategy is already planted, and the only thing needed is for us to uproot that strategy. We have to stand up as Cameroonians. We have to. If you look at the numerous accidents occurring in Cameroon, to me, I don't believe that it is just normal. The government of Cameroon can do anything at any time to distract the population. They can do it. They can do it. So I am begging you as a Cameroonian, if it is time for us to stand up, we have to stand up. If that time passes, we will not have it again. And we will remain in this hardship.